in the limelight, given what happened, the heinous murder of its CEO in January. Now you hear about this, and for a time, people have at least tried to explain why people feel so negatively against these companies. It seems to pry on the most vulnerable, and it seems as though there's some evidence to it from UnitedHealthcare in this claim.
Certainly, this is being reported. The DOJ is investigating, and we know that there's both civil and criminal investigations by the DOJ into UnitedHealth's Medicare Advantage program. Now, that covers over 8 million seniors, so it is among the most vulnerable of our population, and it's a very profitable segment of UnitedHealthcare, getting about $139 billion with a B in 2024 alone.
You can understand the civil side to these lawsuits, certainly, but who would be charged criminally in something like this?
Sure. So it would be a form of fraud. And so what's at issue is, did UnitedHealthcare, did they pressure doctors into over-reporting symptoms as multiple symptoms and more severe symptoms get more money from Medicare? So that's what's at issue here, and the DOJ is doing their best to investigate, and UnitedHealth is absolutely denying all this.
Yeah, a lot of times you hear about insurance fraud, right? And it's usually a lone person or a group, small, in cahoots, if you will. To hear a huge conglomerate like United, and to your point, billions of dollars, that's a lot of fraud if it is proven to be true. What happens generally in these cases is, I can only imagine the sheer amount of evidence that would be discoverable at this point, and how long this could take to play out.
So in what I've seen in these cases in the past, as you pointed out, it takes years and years and years. Usually there's not a lot of accountability from what I've seen. That's not, there may be nothing here. There may be a lot here. Usually if there is accountability, somebody arrested, it's more of a low level, maybe middle management type person. Mm-hmm. But that's really how it ends up. There's usually a settlement in terms of millions of dollars, tens of millions, hundreds of millions maybe, and maybe an arrest, but usually just a civil settlement.
Who would receive some of that windfall? Would that be to the patients or back to their premiums? How exactly does that work?
So it's interesting. From what I've seen here, I think that it's related to a former patient complaint. There is a way to bring a complaint. It's called a quitam, Q-U-I-T-A-M case, where you say, hey, government, this corporation is cheating you out of tax dollars every year. And then you can get a piece of that if the DOJ if they take the case and they prove it. So this may be related to some of that, but it may not be. This may be just an investigation by the DOJ, and usually taxpayers don't get refunds for that.
So the government would just secure that money if there were to be a settlement?
Yes, the government would secure it. It would be a settlement from UnitedHealth. There'd be stipulations. We admit this, we don't admit that, and then theoretically going forward, the government wouldn't be overbilled, and I guess that would be the perceived justice. Is
there any possibility for a class action surrounding this?
There is, yes, and there may be the quitam angle as well. However, quitam cases have to come before the DOJ investigation. So there is a civil investigation. So there's nothing stopping anyone from, also civilly suing UnitedHealthcare.
Okay, Joseph, thanks for the breakdown. We'll see what comes of it. To your point, this could be for the long haul here for sure. Thank you. Let's move on now as the future of some advisory panels in Falls Church.